3 parenting tips to cope better now. Welcome to Daily Motivation and Inspiration with Dan. You know, I have 3 boys, so if you're having trouble parenting right now, you're not alone. You know, I'm in the same boat. My wife and I are in the same boat. We're trying to cope, and you know, we're around our children all the time. You know, that's usual for us though, because our kids are homeschooled. But you know, for parents that don't have children that are homeschooled, this is a huge challenge because they are used to having the space and the time to do things. So anyway, I'm going to give you 3 tips that work, and I tested it many times, and I just tested it the other day. So here's tip number 1. So if there's a dispute between your children, and you know, very emotional, you know, they're upset, they might be yelling and screaming or even hitting each other or throwing things, you know, that type of situation. Number 1 is, unless it's very aggressive and you need to get in the middle, don't step in, don't get involved, don't start yelling and shouting at them, because once you do that, you've taken responsibility for their problem. And when you take responsibility for their problem, then they don't have to do anything about it. You're the parent, you're the one who separates them, you're the one who tells them what to do, and they listen. And that's it. So that's not the way to do it. What works best is when you give them some time to cool off, and then come back and invite them to have a conversation about the situation. And when you do that, that's when you ask them, what went wrong? What didn't you like? What upset you? And then they will tell you that. And hopefully you have a child that's old enough to write, and they can write down these points. So once they're writing down these points, basically they're uncovering what the real issues are. Because at the time, it's usually about a toy, or somebody did something or said something, and that's the problem. But the underlying issue is what they're feeling. So have them write those points down. It might be only 2, 3, or 4 points, but when they write those points down, what happens is they are telling you what they would rather have. And so you write the points down. So now what I've done is I take those points and turn it into a family code of honor. So instead of my children just fighting and then, you know, us solving it or separating them or punishing them, instead of doing that, they create a code of honor. So that code of honor could be statements like, I will speak calmly with my brother or my sister. I will listen and work things out. You know, I don't know what the exact words are for you, but whatever they are commitments that they will make to each other. And then this is a code of honor that they will live by. So instead of them just fighting and getting into all sorts of emotions, they will now look at the code of honor. And if the code of honor is broken, then I don't have to say to them, you know, I don't have to shout at them and say, hey, what are you doing and why are you fighting? All I have to say is that a code 1? And then if they say yes, then we develop consequences for that. And once we develop consequences, they have to abide by them because they made the consequences. You know, the other day my children were doing this. We made a code of honor that's 4 items, and then they agreed that when this happens, they will separate into rooms, take a 20-minute break, and then come back afterwards when they've calmed down. That's as simple as it gets. So the 3 points are: don't get involved, don't take responsibility for your children's emotions and fighting. Instead, let them cool down, let them come back, and then start getting out what the emotions are. And if you are going to make a code of honor, don't make it, I will not fight, I will not hit. Not that will not, I will. It's a commitment as to what they will do instead of what they won't do. So if that helps, let me know. I have other parenting tips. That's just one of them. But the code of honor is an awesome thing. I use it in business, but you can use it for family too. So hopefully this has helped, and hopefully you're able to cope a little bit better now that you have some tools and resources. If you want more, just comment and let me know, and I'll give them to you. If you're not watching this video on my YouTube channel, check it out. I have more videos and tools and resources there. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.